Did you know that single women without a husband or kids are the happiest demographic on earth? Married women are more likely to have physical and mental health issues than unmarried women. Whereas a man, by getting married, they have more financial stability, more mental stability, and the well-being of men tends to be better after marriage. So what this is saying is that men benefit more than women from marriage. So women, if you are not with the right person, do yourself a service and break up with him.
You know, I saw the study that this woman is talking about. And I would say great. I mean, in this life, do what makes you happy. If being alone and childless makes you happy, be it. What I will like to say is that one thing is that a lot of these women of these studies and people in general, they always think about the moment right now at 30, 35, even 40, right? Single and childless. You could say you're happy. Okay, great. Yet they don't usually think about how it's going to be like still single and childless at 60, 70, 80, and into your death. You have no one. I mean, maybe you do think about it. So I would say fine. I'm not too. It's whatever. If that's what makes you happy, all the power to you. What I would like to also say is that if it's true that a majority of women are happy being alone and childless, what I would like to say is it's weird that we get women complaining about men either dating younger, because why would you care? You're happy. You're happy being alone. You're happy being single. It's not your prerogative what another person does, okay? And they also complain about the new wave of passport bros. How men are traveling outside of Western culture. And mind you, these new studies about women is about westernized women, okay? Great. Be like that. Be single, childless, and happy on your own. I think that's perfectly nice. But don't complain that able men, decent men, good men are going outside of Western countries to find wives, relationships, women that actually want to be in relationships, that want to be with another man, that want to build with another man, that want to have a partnership with another man, that want to be needs another man. You should have absolutely no complaints about men doing anything because you're single and alone and you are happy about it. You want to be. Because if you don't want to be single and alone, how could you be happy? Being happy, everyone wants to be happy. So if single and alone makes you happy, stay happy. I.e. stay alone. If men do what they do to find relationships, don't complain about it. But these are the things what men are talking about. And women show it. If you're happy being alone, men can tell. Men can tell the combativeness, the aggression, the high standards, the whatever, the attitude. So men can tell that and they don't want to deal with that. So they rather deal with a woman that is not find so much joy being alone, that wants to be with him. That's plain. That's the thing where women can't understand that. Okay, there's consequences, good or bad, to whatever actions you make in life. If you're happy being alone, and that's represented in your mood, in your attitude, in your way of life, men will sense that. The consequence of that is that men will stay away from that. Why would a man want to interrupt your happiness of being by yourself? Why? Why would any man want to do that? What they want to do is actually move on to women that would be happy being with them. That's it.
I don't think being single is going to 100% wholeheartedly make anyone happy. There's women out here who are screaming at the top of their lungs that, oh my God, I'm so happy being single. No, you're not. You are not happy being single in your home, alone, by yourself, with no companionship, nobody there to make sure that you're okay, nobody there to talk to at the end of the night, nobody there to make sure the doors and the windows are locked. You are not happy. You are not. And you're delusional if you think you are. Nobody is going to be happy being single. Maybe in your early years, but as you progress in life and you get a little older, you're not going to be happy being single. It's okay to find yourself for a little while, but don't sit there and try and be alone for the rest of your life. I think that's miserable. I think that really is truly miserable.
I've always been an advocate for do what you want to make you happy. The problem is that, let's say you're a person that say, oh, being single makes me happy. Being single, I am happy. Okay, sure, be single. But then you flip and it's like, oh, I want someone. Oh, I miss having someone. Oh, I'm not happy if I don't have one. Or I'm happy when I have someone. It's just, that's when the problem comes in, that you actually don't understand your happiness. You don't. And you don't understand what makes you happy, and your emotions is a roller coaster. If you believe that being single makes you happy, which i.e. being alone, being by yourself makes you happy, then you should stick with that, because you are not emotionally stable to be with someone. When you have the mentality that, you know what, I'd rather be by myself because that makes me happy, then you should be by yourself. You're not understanding, if you're with someone, there are responsibilities, there are things that come along with it. And having a by yourself, or it's about you mentality, will be detriment to the relationship. Especially if it's like a strong one where, oh, being single makes you happy, being alone makes you happy. So it's a strong statement, right? It's a strong feeling. If that makes you happy, you should be by yourself. I have the problem with, I see it plenty of times where the same woman that says, oh, I love being single makes me happy, are the same women that then again will try to get to in relationships after relationships, and bad relationships, failed relationships. Because I think those are the times where, you know what, you don't understand that, you don't know the meaning of being happy then, or you have a warped perception of happiness. That's something that we have to take some self-reflection in. Let's say personally for me is that, although I try to make myself happy when I'm by myself, but I hate the loneliness. I don't thrive on, let's say, dating multiple people or jumping from hookup to hookup, because I don't do that anyway. Having casual sex, I don't do that, because that doesn't satisfy me. I'm not the player type to where it fulfillment, where I'm, bagging one woman to another. That doesn't happen for me, and it would not bring me fulfillment. So I find happiness in a committed, healthy, good relationship. It's just that I learned that it's harder. See, I think that's the thing too, right? I believe that people lie to themselves. That, let's say, they say they'd rather be alone because it's easier to just be alone. You know what comes with being alone. So you're not dealing with anyone else besides yourself. So you know what that is. You know what it entails, just being by yourself. So it's easier. It is harder when you have to deal with someone else. It's harder to maintain happiness, do whatever, when someone else is included in your life. So people are tired of that difficulty. But I believe when you're able to overcome difficulties, things are more sweeter. It's more worthwhile, and it could last longer. It can. There's no guarantee, but if you can, come out of difficulties and be better and stronger for it, it only gets better. That's what I believe.
Who is going to take care of me? I turned 40 last year, and I never really thought about, I don't have kids. And now my grandma's sick, and I'm in this family group chat with 11 family members. My grandma had 8 children. She's in Chicago. All my aunties and uncles are all in Chicago. I'm in Dallas. So I'm in the group chat, and it's like, well, who's taking night shift? Grandma's in the hospital. Who's coming tonight? Who's checking her medication? Who's taking her to the doctor's office? She can't walk. Who's ordering the medical supply? I'm a little concerned because I don't have kids, and who is going to be looking out for me when I'm older? I've always dated people who had kids, no problem. I just never had that itch to have kids. And I did date someone who had a vasectomy for a long time. I'm just having a little panic attack, and I never really thought about this before.